said before, I mean, that's when things started to change for me in the first place, when I was feeling all those negative words, and then all of these positive words came to me after, I started to surround myself by happy people and, worked on being happy. That theory is like ancient in India. They all do that. They all practice that all the time, and I got to experience it, and I got to learn from all of them, and I got to be able to take that back with me here, and so that's sort of what I use now. Now, that also reminds me, at my fundraiser, I bought this big leather book, and it kind of has like an Indian style, and I got people to write messages to me. Guess what I called it? I called it my medicine book. The reason being is because when I read these messages, I get those goosebumps, I get that positive energy, and I honestly believe that that is what's going to cure me. It's going to be what helps me the most, is reading those positive messages, reading those emails I get from people and on my website and everything. And that's sort of the energy that I use to heal myself. I'm now 3 months off medication for the first time in 5 years after injecting myself every single day. I'm now 3 months off medication, and I'm feeling great. I still don't have a whole lot of vision in my left eye, but it doesn't really affect me too negatively in my skating or in my training. So I'm going to continue on and use everything that I've learned over the past 5 years and apply them into skating, apply them into school. I study herbology as well as work as a nutritionist, and every time that I fall in that race, I'm going to look at why that was a good thing for me, instead of thinking that it's the end of the world and crying about it or feeling sorry for myself. I mean, I'm gonna make the choice to accept it. Now, who here? Can anyone tell me? Just start naming some positive words that you can think of.
Hope.
Brave.
Brave. Bravery. Good one. Love.
Hope.
What's that?
Hope.
Hope. Great. Friendship.
Peace.
Peace. Careful. What's another one?
Care.
Care. Okay. Now I need you to name just a couple negative words.
Scared.
Fear. Hatred.
Frustrated.
Frustration. Now there's a good one. Or a bad one, I should say. So these are all just negative words, aren't they? So I don't know about you guys, but even just reading, these words on the outsides, anger, embarrassment, frustration, fear, jealousy, brings me back memories from when I was first diagnosed and feeling all those things, and I feel uncomfortable, and I really don't like it. And it's like that water study that I was talking about. It's just, I feel it physically, and I feel wrong. But if I sort of take away that, and I just focus on this care, happiness, leadership, all these positive words, it kind of already makes me smile, and I feel happy and more content and, powerful. Now, the cool thing about this is that it really is all in your control. That's a deformed umbrella.
So dry.
Can someone read this for me?
Power of your mind.
Right. So this is what I want you to take away. This is all in your control. You can choose this route. You can choose to feel this way. If you feel anger, if you feel sadness, guess what? It's your choice. You chose to be like that. Now, it's addicting. For some reason, we're drawn to these outer sides because it's harder or it's easier, and it feels more like human nature. It's instincts to just feel like that. But if you practice, if you really, really try and look at your situation and you try and find the positive, then you're going to be able to protect yourself under the umbrella and stay away from the storms that will arise in your lifetime. And just know that there's always, always a positive side to things. So I don't know if any of you guys can think of a situation in your life right now that seems sort of negative, and try and change it into a positive route. Can anybody? Yeah.
Well, I just remember one time my friend Nicole, I never really knew her. This just happened in grade 6. I noticed that she was there. I walked right up to her and I said, "Hi, I'm Mary." And she said, "Hi, I'm Nicole." And then I talked to her and I asked her why she's sad. She's like, "I'm depressed." And I said, "Why?" She's like, "I don't know, I just am." And I'm like, "Do you want to come play grounders or something with my friend Bailey?" And she said, "Sure." And then, like, a while after, she's like my best friend and she's all happy. And
Oh, great. Yeah. So that would fall into it. Oh yeah, leadership. We already mentioned that. So, you provided really good leadership skills there, because it would be easy to just be like, "Oh yeah, that sucks." I mean, sometimes I feel depressed too, and you guys can both sort of just drown each other in your sorrow. But you were able to be up here and bring her up to your level, and and continue that happiness, and it's sort of contagious. Yeah.
Well, I had a skiing accident and I had a brain injury, and I have always had problems now, like I've got memory loss, and I had to relearn how to walk, and I had to relearn my whole family, and now that I think of it, I should just be happy that I'm still alive, I'm still walk, I'm not blind, anything like that.
So there's a lot of things to focus on that you do have, right? Yeah. And I mean, do you think you've learned along the way from that accident, and you learned some new things about your body? You knew what strengths it took to overcome what happened.
It sort of reminds me of when I was, it was before kindergarten, around May, when I was following my mom into the backyard, and then suddenly I didn't notice there was a